Welcome to studentmarking.com. My name is Peter. This tutorial will show you how to change the security settings for a user. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to register with the system, and it's going to put me into a staff user group in Lancington College, and then we're going to go from there. Now, if you have your own college, by default, when the user first registers, they will be registered with the least privileges, so they will not be registered as staff. Therefore, any new users coming to your system will have extremely limited views and virtually no functionality. It's up for the administrator to change that, and you can appoint administrators as you wish. Right, okay, so I'm going to log in. I'm going to register an account, and I'm just going to type in z@gmail.com. So this user is just going to be just a okay, and just for argument's sake, I'm going to call it a funny few numbers there. Okay, I'm going to register this account. Okay, if successful and I've got my password and username, password configured, it's going to ask me to log out again. Notice initial login created or detected. So I'm just going to log off. Just going to do that for them, and then log back in again. Okay, having done so, if I check my access level here, that's going to show me that I will be initially placed in the staff security level. So it's just academic. I'm a member of the staff academic in this establishment. Okay, so if I went to home, I'm just going to go back to the dashboard here, and I'm going to click on students. And as a member of the academic staff faculty, academic staff, I can look at students, alter their results, change their grades, and things like that. That's all exactly as you would want that to be. I can look at a particular student and look at their grades. These are read only anyway. Okay, but I can go in and change their grades as a member of academic staff. What I can't do is, for example, go into qualifications, and I will not be able to create a new qualification. The reason for that is if you had everybody in the establishment creating qualifications as they wish, it could get very confusing for all members of staff. So if I try to click on the create new button, it will deny me this privilege because I don't have the correct permissions. Please see the system administrator. This account at the moment is not a systems administrator account, so it would not be able to perform certain functions. It is a staff member of the system, and it can perform all the sort of staff related tasks. For example, marking students. That's essentially what you want them to do. Now, if you wish to, you could appoint one member of staff per department to be a administrator, but they should have an overall overview of the qualifications and the tutor groups that take those. Okay, so how do we get this user here to be able to, for example, make a new tutor group? So if I go on to tutor groups, I can perform the tasks. For example, I can click on units for tutor group, and then I can get on with some assessment, and I can change the grades for these particular students, which is fine. As an academic member of staff, I would want to be able to perform that. However, as an academic member of staff at this security level, you may not necessarily want them just creating tutor groups, qualifications, and awarding bodies, and indeed students on the fly. You might want to allocate some roles within certain members of staff within the department to do that. So how do we change this user's security level so they can actually get making tutor groups and qualifications and awarding bodies? Okay, so what we have to do is ask us a systems administrator, and the systems administrator will be able to do that for them, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I'm going to log off at this account. I'm going to log in as a systems administrator using this pre-configured one here. I'm going to click on login, and this account is now a systems administrator, and I can check on that, by clicking on my access level here, and you'll notice it's an administration for the establishment. That's what that means there. Okay, right, so what I can do then, I can now go into this middle panel and I can go down and see users and their security level. And this is going to give me a list of users within the establishment, and rather handily I asked this one to be called Z something or other. This is this chap here, or lady, whatever. Okay, so I can, if I wish to lock this user out for some reason, there may be a member of staff who have left, or for any different reason, you just change that lock status, and that will then disable their account for your organization. But I want to do this time. I want to make this user, I want to promote him, if you like, within the department to be administrator, so he can make new qualifications. So I can click on manage settings, and you'll notice here it's given me his role as a staff academic establishment. What I can do is give him the administrator establishment role here. All I've got to do is click. This is then added to his values here. So now this user is a member of staff that can change marks as well. He's a current user, and he's also administration of the system. So let's go and see if that's worked. So I'm going to log off the administrator user, and I'm going to log back on with this account here. So let's go and do that. Then click on log off. Going to change my user back to here, and I'm going to click on log in. Okay, so it's got me back in to Lancing College dashboard, and now if I click on my security and access level, it should tell me now that I'm an administrator for the establishment, and then I can go back and click on maybe tutor groups, and now it should enable me now to create a new tutor group, which I'm going to do. Whereas before it was locking me out. The tutor group name is going to be we'll call it 15. I like these naming convention. 1517. It's going to give you some hints there. 1517 media group 2. Group 2. Okay, so they're starting. Actually, we're going to make it 16, 18. 16 media group 2. Okay, we can put a level there or whatever it is that you want. But the name, you should try and follow naming conventions. I would assume that you'd have your own within the college, but it's up to you. However, these names cannot be duplicated, so you can't have two tutor groups with exactly the same name. Okay, so this order has to be put in. That's there for administration purposes. Essentially, it enables you to pre-order tutor groups, and then you have to give each tutor group a qualification. So they're going to follow. They're going to be following a level 3. A level 3 in media, extended diploma. Let's have a look. What can they be doing? There you go. Media level, extended diploma. Okay. And then if you click on create, that then has created this this group. So if I scroll down and I find it, I will find the. There we go. There we go. And if you notice at the moment, it hasn't got any active units. However, because it is following. Oh, well, we'll do that in another group. Okay, so that is how now to change the security level for users. The top level, the most powerful user within your college is going to be this level here. Okay, it's the administration for the establishment. We would recommend that you do not create too many of these users, because they're the ones that can create new awarding bodies, new qualifications, and new tutor groups. We would suggest that in each department you have 1 or 2 people that would be an administrator for that department. And obviously other departments, if they happen to be away that day or something like that, you needed to get some administration work done, other admin users would be able to fulfill that function for you and help you out. Okay, so that's how the system works on allocating security levels. If you had your own college instead of the default one, Lancington, every staff member, everybody logging into the system would be logged in at the very basic level, and then it would be up to the administrator to allocate the roles as appropriate. Thank you for watching.